Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We're looking at Zack Snyder's Justice League TV spots. We got some complainings the other day in the YouTubes of the video that we put out of not having enough in the video.
We want more! Where's DARKSEID?
That was what we were missing in particular. My brother, I'm just following whatever he's put. I'm like, oh, that looks good. Let's do that one. No, but in all seriousness, like I was trying to figure out what to do because people were complaining that we didn't include that in our reaction. And then I saw he put out, a reaction to something new regarding that character. I'm like, okay, cool, we'll just do that then.
Okay. Ooh.
Damn. Looks so much better.
Wow.
Wow! Oh my God! Oh God! It's marvelous.
Thursday is the day! Oh.
I've turned 100,000 worlds to dust. Looking for those who robbed me of my glory. Stride across their bones.
Holy.
Of existence shall be mine.
You know what?
Whoa.
One will fall.
I need warriors. We build an alliance to defend ourselves.
They said the age of heroes could never come again.
It's here now. Damn.
Oh yeah, one more. Okay.
You can't bring down the charging bull. Don't wave the red cape at it.
When you see something like this, you're like, what the hell was Whedon thinking? Like, what happened? What happened there? What did he see to ultimately go, yeah, we don't need that? And then he put out what he put out. Like, what? I don't understand what the conversation was between Whedon and the studios after Snyder stepped away. That, like, so much was just left on the table. What this says is that Joss Whedon really didn't want to be there. That's what that says to me. He walked away from Avengers after part 2 and he's like, I'm done with this shit. And then they pulled him back in, like Al Pacino.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
They pulled him back in for this thing. And he's like, I said I was done. All right, you guys want me here. This is what you're gonna get.
Right.
And he just wrapped this thing up as fast as possible. So much so that he even put his name on it.
I mean, it's always like an awkward situation to be in, right? When it started out being directed by Zack Snyder and then you're being called in to finish someone else's work and someone else's vision. It's not going to be the same as yours. And so I suppose there is going to be some sort of disconnect unless you're working really closely together. And maybe it's easy to just blame Joss Whedon and be like, you messed it up. But we don't know what other stuff is going on behind the scenes. He might have been under pressure to finish it by a deadline and blah, blah, blah.
That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm oversimplifying it. It's like, what? It begs so many questions, you know? Like, there's this whole other villain in there that wasn't even shown. I just want to know what the conversation was. Like, how did we get here? With Joss Whedon in the studio. What exactly happened when Zack Snyder stepped away? Didn't he talk to Whedon? Like, what happened? To think that it was never going to see the light of day if not for the fans, like in just Twitter rage saying we need this movie and asking. It's crazy to think that this might not have ever happened. I hope that someday we can see a new Game of Thrones season 8.
Oh my God. Did you sign the petition?
Just redo all the things.
One can dream. Talking about
Green Lantern. What?
Talking about these trailers though, I'm almost like jealous of the people who just have regular TV now. Because it's like, what, you got to see that? That's so cool. It's just kind of really selling that drama.
Well, these are square formats, so I imagine it's actually, like it says TV spot, but I think it's really Instagram.
I didn't see any of that on Instagram.
Or Twitter or Snapchat or one of those things like that. That's why it's all square format.
It looks good though. What the heck was the Flash wearing? Did he have like a whole brand new outfit that I never saw before? Am I crazy? It looked like kind of like he had some silver bits and
because I mean they're connecting They're connecting bits that was completely left on the table. Basically, what happened was I think it was Batman versus Superman. They showed the Flash come from the future, and they showed bits of like Batman in the future in his, when he's fighting in that post-apocalyptic looking situation. That's where they showed the Joker as well. That's where I believe where we're seeing Flash in his new outfit. It's stuff that's post-apocalyptic and whatnot. I don't exactly know how all this is fitting together, but
I'm excited to find out.
Yeah.
We only have a few more days until this is dropped. That's going to be our Thursday, you realize, right?
Right, it's 4 hours long. I'm so happy that it is going to be like a really full movie, especially after all the wait. Like, what better way to really give fan service than to make it just this really, because you wait a long time for a film and it's 2 hours and it's done. It's like, okay, cool. Like a Star Wars movie, right?
Yeah.
And it's just over in 2 hours and it's like, but it almost feels more satisfying waiting for a TV show these days, like Game of Thrones or whatever, Breaking Bad, because you get a whole season of stuff, WandaVision, whatever the case may be. So to have a full 4-hour event for something you've been waiting for years, especially after what we got before, that's really cool. I think it's awesome to have this. Ideally, the entire 4 hours is interesting.
Yeah.
It could easily be like meandering on bullshit. You're like, okay, I could fast forward through this. You know who I think was fighting for this before anyone else was Jason Momoa. I think he was fighting for it on Twitter for the longest time. He's like, we need the Snyder cut. I think he was putting his voice out there. He's that kind of guy, thoh.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he'll lay down in front of a bulldozer trying to take out a tree and then get injured and delay the shooting of Aquaman 2. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him on Twitter going, we need the Snyder cut before anyone else. Full well knowing that a whole bunch of stuff was just left out. I'm just speechless because I haven't seen anything on these villains at all, like except for like snippets here and there, but like you're really seeing them fully realized with the updated CGI and whatnot. And it looks great. I can't help but think this is probably gonna piss off a few DC fans, but it's almost like a combination between like the most epic parts of Lord of the Rings combined with Endgame. You're getting these two things smashed into one because you're getting Marvel in general always has that sort of tongue-in-cheek sort of thing to it all throughout the drama. It's like the undercurrent of the drama, whereas Snyder is not afraid to just go full ballistic, drama or melodrama, whatever word you want to attach to it. That is like Lord of the Rings, it's melodrama, but I mean that in a positive way.
Yeah. I mean, melodrama doesn't always have to be a negative thing.
Right.
I love melodrama.
Right. And so what I'm saying is you're getting, that's what it looks like to me, where Whedon was applying his sort of jokey behavior or his jokey tone to Justice League in like the end of the film, like when you see, I don't know who made this up, but you saw Superman and Flash having to like save people, and then so Flash saved like a truck, Superman saved a building, right? It's kind of funny, but it's like it was sort of these jokey things constantly undercutting the tension in the last part of the movie. Whereas like here you're seeing full blown wars and whatnot, and I wonder if it's just like a quick thing or if it's like you're really gonna experience this combat, this epic combat with all these characters and whatnot in the coolest of ways possible. So who knows? We'll all get to find out on Thursday, and. Yeah, I can't come fast enough. It's so weird that it's here.
I know, we've been waiting for so long.
Don't do anything dangerous. Don't walk under ladders.
Stay home.
Stay away from the cat on Friday the 13th. Like just like stay home and just like you want to be there or be square. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.